Okay, now we're going to work on adding a post. So to do that, we can either go up here and click Add New Post, or we can go over here and do the same thing. All right, so I've got a post ready in a Word document. I'm just going to pull up here. And I'm going to copy the title, paste it in here. Now I can go back and copy all my text in. Okay, cool. Oh, and look, in the meantime, WordPress produced a permalink for us. So if you ever feel like this is just too long, like you want to be able to link to it, you can also just change this to, say, Jordan trip. Okay. And looking through here, let's see what we can do to format this a little bit better. For one thing, we have all these extra spaces. Let's delete those since we already have natural spaces between paragraphs. And here we're in the feedback section. So this is a bunch of quotes. One thing we could do for quotes to set them apart, we can make them italic. Remove a few more spaces. And now we have a couple different sections: investors we met, entrepreneurs we met, and facilitators we met. This might be a good place to do a bulleted list, so let's try putting in one of those. Select these three, and ta-da. And the bulleted list button. Okay, so we've got our text in. Now let's make sure that we select the right category. We can click just news. We can also select if it's an event, a newsletter, a press release, a video. You can also add new categories as you go along if you need to. Now let's put the image in. Set featured image. Just waiting for it to load. Okay. So here we have all the different images that are in our media library. And there will be some cases where your image will already be in here, but most of the time you're probably just going to be needing to add a new one. So we click over here, upload files. And you can actually drag files from your desktop into this area, or you can just do it the old-fashioned way and click select files, seed web content, and news stories, Israel and Jordan. Open. And here you see it's uploading. Okay. And here it creates a title from the name of the file. And we're going to want to add alt text. This is for both SEO purposes, search engine optimization, and also just for accessibility. You're really supposed to have an alt text on any image for people who are using screen readers. So Israel and Jordan seed trip. Set featured image. Okay, cool. So now let's preview to see how it looks. Okay, so this is a good example of when we upload a photo and it's really just too big. We don't need photos this big. It slows down the loading time and it looks bad when it comes out of the side there. So let's close this preview. And I can click on this and edit image. All right, so this is pretty simple. We just go to scale image and it has our original dimensions. And I'm just going to put 940 because that's the maximum, and it automatically updates the other dimension. Click scale. Image is saved. We can click update. Okay, now close this. Close this. Go back to our preview. And there you go. Now it's perfectly within the lines. Okay, so it looks like everything is all set. Close the preview again. Make sure we've got our category checked off. And all we have to do now is hit publish. Okay, so that was a pretty basic post. Sometimes you're going to want to add a few other things to your posts, such as extra images or even links to documents like PDF documents. So let's see about adding another image. So we already have the featured image at the top, but maybe we want to have a few extras. So we can do that by just clicking Add Media. For this example, let's just use one of the images we already used, or you can always upload more files. So check out over here. This is kind of important, the attachment display settings. Now, for the most part, you probably just don't need any special alignment. So we'll click None, and we don't really want to link to anything. It's just an image. And here you can choose what size the image is going to be. When WordPress uploads your photo, it automatically creates smaller sizes of it for cases like this. So let's just put the medium one in there for now. And click Insert into Post. Okay, and maybe we want to give people an opportunity to download a PDF, more info or something. So we do the same format. We do Add Media. And you can either upload the file, or if you already have it uploaded, here's a PDF that we've used already for an example. And it's a reservation form. So whatever this title is going to be the name of the link to this document. And this will say link to media file, which is what we want. And it knows just where it lives. So we click Insert into Post. And there, as you see, it makes a link. Let's see how this works on the site. Preview that. Okay, here we go. We got another photo here. And this link, if we click on that, it pulls it up for us. Okay, let's close this preview. Everything's all set, and then we would just hit update. And that's the basics of adding a post.